I am here to give you some horrible, horrible news. They nerfed Twice. Twice one of the worst characters in the whole game, but yet they decided to nerf him anyway. So, I don't understand what is going through their heads. Like, if I was... Actually, the other day I literally did, while I was live streaming, I was going over what I thought the worst characters in the game was. And Twice was right down at the bottom of that list. Twice is the weakest character in the whole game, and they nerfed him further. I don't understand. Okay, actually no, I put Yellow All Might below him, but you get the point. There's like 20 characters, and Twice is not very good. So what are these nerfs, you might be wondering? Well, it's a nerf to his beta. So at level 1, you'd summon a level 1 clone. At level 4, you'd summon a level 4 clone, and at level 9, it would be a level 9 clone. Well, the nerf changed it, so at level 1 you still summon a level 1 clone. But now at level 4, instead of summoning a level 4 clone, you summon a level 2 clone. And at level 9, instead of summoning a level 9 clone, it's a level 3 clone. That's a huge nerf to one of the weakest characters in the game. I don't understand what they're thinking. After hearing about these nerfs, I went back into My Hero Ultra Rumble and decided to play a few rounds. The first round I played went the best, and that's the round that you see on screen now. And I will continue commentating on how this round went throughout the video. So Toga was getting attacked quite a lot by Armored All Might, so I went up towards him and started throwing knives at him. Had quite a bit of damage. I was surprised by how much damage Twice Alpha does. It's got decent damage on it. But Armored All Might was doing a lot to me. I ducked behind a wall to avoid his attacks. Summoned a clone, but he killed my clone instantly. And then I realised that my cooldowns were bad, so I tried healing behind this car, but All Might came around. I did manage to drink one potion. Then I started throwing more knives down. Guard broke him. Jump up onto the roof. Failed to jump up onto the roof. He hit me with some fire. Rushed to the side. I saw later camp was here, so I used a purple card to try and get my reloads back so I could run away. I was landing quite a few hits on her, which was surprising, but then I started getting really low, so I sort of climbed up on the building. Saw All Might throw knives at him. He shot at me. I was very low. Used a yellow card, and I was even lower now. Toga said thank you, but I'm far away and on 1 health. Went round the corner to try and throw him off. Todoroki went down, but I couldn't really do anything. I had exactly 1 health, so I mean, it sort of justified me not helping him. And I decided to drink a green heal because, you know, 1 health, definitely needs it. I then drank a small shield potion. Do I have actual other shield potions? I'm assuming I didn't have other shield potions. Toga went over to get his card, and I went over in that direction a little bit. And as I did, I drank another blue potion. Saw Toga was being attacked, but I decided to go and get some levels from this building first before helping. I'm a great teammate, I must say. Yeah, my levels were low, I think it's sort of justified that. Anyway, Toga's shield was nearly guard broken, so I decided to go over and help. He was really, really low, actually. I saw there was a Tokoyami here, shot him a bit. He was quite low, though. Picked up a card, shot him a few more times. Gamma. Notice that the beta combo that I always used to do doesn't work anymore. They do gamma into beta. But that could have been one for one of his old nerfs. And I made myself a clone of Tokoyami. A very powerful character into a clone. I don't know how powerful the clone actually is, because it might be using this move really inefficiently. Drank a shield potion when I maybe shouldn't have done because Toga was so low. But I did do that. I then went over towards Toga to try and assist. I saw Lady Nagant up in the building, so I jumped up to shoot at her to distract her from chasing after Toga. Did quite a bit of damage to her, actually. Well, that's loads of damage. Downed her. That's epic. I didn't have my special action charged up, so I tried to do a finisher, but failed because Armored All Might was here. Guard broken All Might. My clones were attacking Lady Nagant on the ground. So then I downed her, defeated her, sorry, knocked her out. And I picked up the pink card so that he couldn't revive her, and also I could use it to revive Todoroki. I tried to get the level up cards, but I was actually successful, and then I picked up the team heal. I then flew up onto this building to try and drink up some shields because my shield was nearly guard broken, and I can also revive Todoroki once I am away from them, which I am. So yes, I revived Tokoyami and took a few seconds, then Todoroki was returned. Shot at someone on that roof, climbed up again. Where did he go? He vanished. When the world needed him most, he vanished. So Armored went on the roof, and I recognised him as quite a strong opponent, so I wanted to defeat him quickly if I could. I noticed Deku was in overdrive based on the way that he was moving with his gamma, and then he did do the overdrive beta. Created a clone. Tried shooting at him, but I missed every single shot, which isn't very good for me. I saw someone do some damage. It might have been one of my clones, or yeah, Tokiyami was down. I shot at Dabi. Guard broken him. He was decently low. I went up over to the roof, climbed the wall to try and chase after him. Was he still up here? He was still up here. He jumped down onto that thing. Started shooting him with a load of knives. He dropped down. I shot at him while he was doing his hug. His big weakness. I downed him. I probably should have let him revive and then down him again, but he managed to do his revive thing, but it didn't work. It was the glitch. Poor him. He got the glitch where sometimes when you use his revive special action, it just doesn't revive you. And that happened to him. So that's very unfortunate. Anyway, I saw Deku and decided to shoot at him again. I thought that maybe he was on the same team as the Dabi, and he came for his card. Toga was giving a load of blue cards away to Todoroki, so I decided to do the same, and I marked them all. And then we went back into battle. I saw the really powerful armoured All Might again, so I started shooting at him. Did a little bit of damage, but I missed most of my shots, so I decided to climb his building because I didn't have my gamma, but he shot me a few times, and I was actually quite low. So he really had the advantage in this fight, so I decided to sort of get away a bit, but then I changed my mind. I was really low. I wasn't really paying much attention to my health, I don't think, because, yeah, I shouldn't have been getting this low and still fighting. I tried to drink that while he was coming down like I did by the car, but it didn't work. I was so low, 26 health, so I decided to run away again. He wasn't shooting at me, I don't think. I used a purple card to get my reloads back, but it was a really stupid move because I was in the air and my gamma didn't recharge in the air, and that's what I wanted to recharge, so I don't really know what I was thinking there. I accidentally used one of my green cards. I was not meant to do that, but yeah, I did. I then went back over towards where Armored All Might was because I wanted to do damage to him if I could. I wanted to defeat him because he really seemed like the biggest threat in this whole game. I then saw Dabi. I don't know if it's the same Dabi as before. Did a few bits of damage. He then started hugging Todoroki, so I decided to shoot him while he was doing the hug. And this is one of the parts where I did sound like the most terrible mistakes I've made in this game. I shot at him quite a bit, and I managed to defeat him in Storm. And I was really too focused on him, actually, cloning him. Actually, no, maybe it wasn't so bad, because Lady Nagant was there. Because at first, after I did this, I thought that it was really bad that I had left him like that. But if Lady Nagant was there, I think it might have actually been a good choice to do that, to not draw attention to him in the bush. But it didn't work out in the end. I started crawling back towards Circle, and Toga came over to where I was. I hoped I would be revived, and I think I actually was, which is surprising considering there were quite a lot of people there a second ago. Back could go to an explosion, but I had iframes. Iframes are great. I then climbed on top of this building, shot Mr. Compressed a bit to give the illusion that I was, like, healthy. And then I drank a load of health potions while he was running away. People were fighting right next to me as I healed, and I don't know how I managed to do this, because I wasn't even, like, that well hidden in this tree. But they didn't seem to notice me, which was highly to my benefit. They're all just fighting each other, and I managed to fully heal up and then do a bit of damage to Deku. I was able to do the beta combo, so maybe it's not like a good move. Maybe I just did it wrong before. I climbed onto the roof and realised that we had enough revive cards between us to revive Todoroki, so I came over to Toga, dropped it, and marked it. And then I stood around the outside of the room so that I could, like, fight anyone off who came near. But luckily for us, no one did come near, so it was unnecessary. I created a clone for some reason, which wasn't a good move there, I don't think. My clone went down and started hitting things. Twice is actually really good for getting a good amount of damage, because your clones give you damage too. Missed some shots by hitting this pillar, and I decided to drink a blue potion for some reason. Then chased after Hawks, which maybe isn't a good idea as Twice, because, you know, like, Hawks is dangerous if you're a Twice. Climbed up on top of this roof, drank another shield potion. I found that he has, like, quite hit and run play style. Sometimes he just gets loads of damage in, and it's great. But, like, when I was doing so much damage like that, he definitely did. I noticed Tokiyami was so low, so I decided to sort of chase after him because I did have my special action recharge, so getting some downs would be very helpful, and I did manage to down him. Made myself a Tokiyami clone again. Wait, was he destroyed already? I don't know. It looked like he might have been, actually. I saw All For One was here, so I decided to shoot at him to try and protect Todoroki. I didn't want it to go like before, where I failed. Todoroki was forced into Storm, and I was knocked down, and he took Todoroki's quirk. Great. I climbed up, tried shooting at him a little bit. I chased after him because he was quite low, and he was running away. And All For One has quite a lot of maximum health, so it does take time to burn through it. And Toga managed to defeat him, which was good. My special action wasn't charged up, though, so I just shot him to death. Picked up some level up cards, got up to level 6, but you know, it doesn't really matter that much because I can't, it doesn't actually change that much leveling up your beta anymore because it's using nerfs. Climbed up onto the roof of this building, shot at Armored All Might. This could have been my chance to defeat him. He went up, missed a load of shots, a little bit of damage. Shot him a few more times. Climbed up. Deku was in overdrive and he hit me. That one punch changed the course of the battle. It did a lot of damage to me, and Toga was low too, so I tried to drink this, but unfortunately I was not successful. If I wasn't hit by that Deku punch, then I wouldn't have tried doing this, and I wouldn't have got hit by that. Was it Bakugo? Yeah, Bakugo wouldn't have hit me. Toga went down. I didn't want to do what I did to Todoroki earlier, even though it turned out it was the best strategic decision at the time. So I tried to heal Toga, and I did revive Toga, but I had to climb over this really awkwardly shaped building, and yeah, I went down here. Toga was drinking a green heal, and she seemed to be quite a good teammate, so she actually did come back into Storm, which you'll see now, to try and revive me, which is far better than most teammates, and she did get right before I went down. But it was in vain because I tried drinking that green potion first, which I really shouldn't have done, and I went down again. So yeah, that was another mistake I made there. But then Dabby appeared. She didn't mark for me to go over there to be revived, but yeah, Dabby turned up. And then Dabby killed me. I don't get revived in this round. This is where it all came to an end. Because I don't have twice unlocked this account, I couldn't play more than 3 rounds, so this was the best of the 3 rounds where I came 4th. Which, considering how rubbish Twice I did quite well. I got like 4 kills, so it wasn't too much of a bad round. Because I don't know how much these nerfs affect him, because I don't play it so much, but I'm imagining they're going to be like quite bad for Twice. And Twice, like, no one played as Twice anyway. So I think I think this makes him the worst character in all of the game. Okay, I don't think he's as bad as Yellow or Max, but he is still very bad. You know what isn't bad? Nejire's new tunic. And in the video on screen now, I show an amazing build for Sue that uses Nejire's tunic that gave us basically infinite heals. It was very epic. Click on screen now to watch that.